Do you have sensitive skin or rosacea and really want to start using a topical retinoid, however is worried about irritation or flare-up of your rosacea? Well, today's video is made for you. Hi, my name's Dr. Jenny Liu. I'm a board-certified dermatologist and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you enjoy learning about skincare content, product reviews, then consider subscribing to my channel. And I'd love it if you can give this video a thumbs up. Today, we're talking all about retinoids for sensitive skin. I have a range of products for you guys from affordable to pricier end. And these are ones that I've tried and tested out myself, ones I frequently recommend to my followers and patients alike. Now, as a little background, I don't have rosacea, but I do have more dry skin and occasionally sensitive skin, especially during the winter months here when it's pretty harsh in Minneapolis. I also am still masking up on a regular basis at work, and that definitely contributes to my skin barrier breakdown. And lastly, my neck is ultra sensitive. I definitely cannot use tretinoin on my neck and rarely can tolerate common over-the-counter retinol products. But these are ones that I have used and tried on my neck as well as around my eyes with very little irritation, which is why I'm confident in recommending these to you if you have sensitive and rosacea-prone skin. Formulation is everything when it comes to cosmeceutical retinols over the counter. The formulation really determines its penetration, its potency, therefore its efficacy, as well as its irritancy. For example, you may see this terminology encapsulated retinol, and that is a way of packaging and formulating the retinol in a way that allows for stability, but also enhance penetration and reduced irritation. And I really do think that going forward in the future, we'll have more sophisticated ways of making retinol to enhance not only its efficacy, but also reduce irritation. When you're looking for a retinol to start when you have sensitive skin, I definitely recommend going with lower concentrations if that is an information that's available. A lot of times companies won't even disclose the concentration, and that often means that it's probably not super potent. Certainly anything less than 1% don't need to be disclosed on the ingredient formulation. But having said that, you also should not be comparing one concentration of a retinol to another, in the sense 1% retinol from one brand is not going to work the same way as 1% from another, because it all distills down to the formulation. Studies have shown that a 0.25% retinol has been shown to be just as effective as a 1% retinol from another brand. So this obviously is hard as consumers for you guys to really know like what is going to work the best. And when you have sensitive skin, I say in general, start off with lower concentration. So if you do see a product that is 1%, unless it's kind of marketed towards sensitive skin, I would say avoid those. But otherwise, it can come down to a little bit of trial and error and you using it on your skin, giving it ample time to see benefits before you start making changes or trying new products. Aside from encapsulation, when you're shopping for retinol, I recommend steering away from fragrances and essential oils. I personally have nothing against fragrances, and I actually enjoy lightly fragranced products for myself. But when you have sensitive skin, fragrance and essential oils are common allergens that can cause irritation. And if retinol is already an irritating ingredient to start, you just want to remove all potential other factors that may reduce your ability to tolerate a topical retinoid. You also want to avoid retinol products that contain other potentially irritating ingredients like alpha or beta hydroxyacids and vitamin C, with one exception, which I'm going to get to in a little bit later in this video. Mostly because even though products with those two formulated together are going to be far less irritating than you layering the two, it's just something you want to avoid, and something potentially you can work your way up to if needed. And then similarly, look for ingredients that are going to be soothing and work well with retinols that can enhance your skin barrier and enhance your tolerability. So products like niacinamide, which is a great combination with retinols in so many different ways, because not only soothes and supports the skin barrier, niacinamide itself may have some anti-aging properties. Ceramides are great, hyaluronic acid, panthenol. So more nourishing ingredients that can overall enhance and improve your tolerability of the retinol product. The first one I want to recommend is from CeraVe. CeraVe's Skin Renewing Retinol Serum that retails for $25 in drugstores. This formulation I find to be slightly more nourishing for more dry skin, so ideal for those wanting to mostly focus on concerns of skin aging. It contains encapsulated retinol that enhances delivery, but it reduces irritation. Also along with ceramides, hyaluronic acid, and niacinamide. So all great ingredients, again, to support the skin barrier and reduce irritation. I certainly love this one and have definitely used this retinol all over my face, but sometimes I would use it as my retinol eye cream. And this one I've used around my eyes, around my neck, and I have not had any issues. I definitely feel CeraVe has probably one of the most gentle drugstore retinols that you can find, and definitely one that I think most individuals with sensitive and or rosacea-prone skin can use and tolerate with minimal irritation. The next product I want to recommend is from Versed, their Gentle Press Retinol Serum that retails for $22. This is again an encapsulated retinol technology. It contains 0.03% retinol, so lower concentration, hence why I think it's a great option if you have sensitive or rosacea-prone skin. It also contains bakuchiol and plant-derived extracts that may work together to enhance the anti-aging benefits and reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. Texture-wise, it's lightweight and fast-absorbing, so not as moisturizing as the CeraVe, but still I think it's very suitable for all skin types. And certainly if you have dry and sensitive skin to start, you're going to be using a moisturizer after your retinol anyway. So this is a great one if you're looking for a vegan and cruelty-free retinol to use for sensitive skin. The next product is from RoC, and it's the Retinol Capsules that retails for about $33 in drugstores. RoC is a very well-respected brand in the the retinol space. They have years of research, over 25 patents on their product formulation. So a brand that I trust makes effective yet gentle retinols. I like these capsules, especially if you are a beginner and you're worried about using too much product that may contribute to irritation. These capsules are great for a couple reasons. Number one, it ensures the freshness and the stability of the retinol. Two, it helps you to dose the right amount each time, so that way you're not using too much that may lead to irritation. These capsules are also biodegradable. The formulation wise, it contains retinol and an antioxidant that's very similar to vitamin E, so works together synergistically to combat signs of skin aging. Texture wise, it's very lightweight, fast absorbing, non-sticky, so it's a great one to use for all skin types, but especially if you have sensitive skin. If retinol serums are not your thing, or you're looking to simplify your routine, or worried that retinol serums may be too irritating, then go with a retinol-based moisturizer. And here I recommend the Rapid Wrinkle Repair Retinol Moisturizer from Neutrogena. And make sure you pick the fragrance-free one because they make the exact same product with fragrance. This retails for $28. Reasons I love this one is, number one, Neutrogena has a lot of research into their retinol and definitely clinical studies as well demonstrating efficacy and tolerability. This one contains retinol SA, which stands for sustained action. So formulated with the glucose complex to really enhance delivery but reduce irritation. This moisturizer also contains hyaluronic acid. For individuals that have more sensitive skin, especially if you're looking for a one-stop shop moisturizer and retinol combined in one, I like to go with a more nourishing formulation, which is why I picked this Neutrogena one. But I do find that for most people with dry and sensitive skin, this moisturizer is enough, unless you are like me. During the winter time here, when it's so dry and cold, you may feel the need to layer on an extra layer of just plain old moisturizer, which you can certainly do so after applying this. Now, two pricier retinol products that I recommend for sensitive skin are the following. The first one is from Avene. Their Retrinal 0.05% serum that retails for $66. It's a French brand and really formulated for sensitive and eczema-prone skin. Avene's retinoid line really only contains the active retinaldehyde, which is definitely different than the retinols I've recommended earlier. Now, retinaldehyde is a really up-and-coming ingredient. I've already seen so many brands coming out with their own version of retinaldehyde. Avene's Retrinal is formulated with retinaldehyde. It comes in two concentrations, the 0.05 as well as the 0.1%. And if you're new and have sensitive skin, I recommend going with the lower concentration first. But retinal is just as effective as retinol. It's one step removed from the active form retinoic acid. So, like if you remember the pathway, retinols is converted to retinaldehyde, Retinaldehyde is then converted to retinoic acid or tretinoin to work on the skin. Now, you may be thinking, well, if it's one step closer, does that mean it's more irritating? Not necessarily. Again, going back to the fact that formulation is really everything. And here with this formula, it's gentle but effective. And texture-wise, it's a really nice, elegant serum, but hydrating and not greasy or heavy. It also contains peptides and vitamin E that can work together synergistically with the retinol to combat signs of photoaging. The last product is going to be the most expensive, but I personally do think it's really worth it, and it's the Skinbetter AlphaRet serum that retails for $135. Now, this is really cool because it actually has a unique ingredient that is basically a conjugate. So what that means is it's a retinoid that is actually linked together chemistry-wise to lactic acid. So it's a retinoid lactic acid conjugate. And this is something that is very novel and unique to Skinbetter. This is the exception of what I talked about, meaning you want to avoid retinol products with like any sort of alpha or beta hydroxy acid. Here, it's not having two separate ingredients, but merely the two made into one as one molecule. And what's happening is when you apply it to the skin, after it penetrates, it is cleaved by your skin into the retinoid or retinol ester and lactic acid. And what is happening here is the lactic acid is a lot more gentle than glycolic acid, so it enhances skin hydration while improving and working synergistically with the retinoid and combating and improving the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. In fact, in their clinical studies, patients have actually reported better skin hydration compared to using tretinoin or even a standard over-the-counter retinol product. So in their clinical study of 48 subjects that did a split phase, so applied the AlphaRet on one side and then standardized to either 1% retinol product or a 0.2% tretinoin cream, what they found was that subjects reported far less irritation and dryness and redness with the AlphaRet compared to the retinol or tretinoin. And in fact, there was actually an improvement in skin hydration with the use of the AlphaRet that was not seen in the retinol as well as the tretinoin cream. So the lactic acid, we know is a humectant, so it improves the skin hydration as well as the bioavailability of the retinoid that is made together. So this is a really awesome serum, and texture-wise, it's very creamy, it's very luxurious, but it's not over the top heavy, and really I just use like a pump or two all over my face and neck, and it spreads really nicely. So certainly something, if you are looking to splurge on a retinoid product, this is one that I highly recommend, especially if you have rosacea or sensitive skin. All right guys, so those are the 6 products that I recommend for sensitive and rosacea prone skin. Have you tried any of them, and what do you think of my recommendations? Please let me know in the comments below, or if you want me to do a review of retinol products, also let me know. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.